It's pretty cold outside all day, but the sun's shining. It's roasting in here. That's Raffle Island out there. That's what I'm looking at. There's a wee car park I'm on. There's another camper van at the very end. I'm sure he'll shift over if he's staying tonight. He's just got squeezed in there. See like a camper van, he could pull in beside me now. I'm not looking into his windows. He's not looking into mine. He can look over my car. So like a camper vans and caravans go well together. But they might think I'm a gypsy like. Or they stay well away like. But sometimes camper vans go too close together. Wee Luna's paw. I'm staying here another night. I'm hand in hand. I didn't realise. Our walk round. I'll check the video later. But I think our walk's about 4 hours to 5 hours this morning. Now I said 45 hours. Most of it was on the lead walking. But she was running haywire on the beach. She was enjoying herself with other dogs jumping and leaping about. And then she was looking at the wee paw. Brought her on, checked the paw. She's a wee cut to the paw. So I thought she hurt her leg at the Giant's Causeway. There's nothing wrong with her leg, it's the wee paw that's sore. But the thing is, she's getting all that sand and all on. My old dog Lucy was always getting cuts with glass. Years ago it was glass everywhere. She always had cuts to her paw. And if she ever got a cut to the paw, she could run on smooth grass. At that time we had the football pitch and all at my house. And so morning walks, it wasn't that big a hassle to keep her in grass. She loved ball playing. So you keep her in grass and she was grand. But this wee one here, the speed she goes at, it's a lot of grit and all about. And I'm worried about grit getting into the wee cut. So I'm going to just walk around the lead now up this golf club. I was going to go on the Ballycastle, which I probably won't do tomorrow, but stay here another night. She doesn't need much walking now. So I was thinking I might even, the sun's blinding here now anyway. Might even go up this tarmac path, because tarmac's pretty clean like, compared to sand like. And it's not a walk I'd normally want to do, the tarmac path. Look, she's limping a wee bit now. But the wee monastery's out here. She might be able to go to the monastery. But I can't remember if the monastery's up the ways or down the ways. If it's up the ways, we're not bothered. I might try washing it out, but she's not going to want me washing that out. But she'll see herself a wee paw sore. And it takes ages for a dog's paw to heal. You can't stitch it or nothing. But the amount of walking she's doing isn't helping her paw. So I want to get her more sniffing. But this could be a good thing. Because instead of rushing around, we'll slow down. Let her get more used to sniffing instead of running. If I get that football pitch or green grass somewhere, I'll let her run in the grass. Look at her now, see her walking there in the grass. That's the way my wee Lucy would have been. She was walking grass, but stuck at a beach like. So she doesn't want to put down the tarmac either. So the thing is, I'm not going to stop. I was going to say, she can walk up the grass at the side. She said, "Oh, you on the side there, pet? We'll come back by the golf club." But when she hurt her leg at the start, she would do that first thing in the morning, and then the leg would work alright. That's why I thought it was a pulled muscle. You know, if you pulled muscle, stiffens up and all in the morning. But she came back from a wee walk at the playing with the dogs, and she just flopped out. She was tired. I could get a good look at the paw then. She still wants to run, but why can she not? There's piles of dogs up and down here. There has to be. People do the wee circle. Why is she not just sniffing? So we'll get a wee look at the rest of the golf club here. I think that monastery might be on up the road, pet, you know. But the caravan's lovely and warm in there. It's not too warm for her, that's why I had to get her out. But once that sun, it's after 6 now. By 8 o'clock it'll be really cold. So I don't want to let the heat out of the caravan. I want to keep it in there. So if she could just, see if she could spend an hour walking a mile instead of doing 10 miles and all that. Just want to slow him down and snuff it. She needs to snuff. I'm always in a rush. How's that? Maybe a bit of grass up there now, so it goes in that. And then when I get up tomorrow morning, I can drive to the playing fields here. And we walk around the playing fields, and then we can go out down to Ballypatrick. And Ballypatrick's only about a mile or so. It's not that far to walk on Ballypatrick to the wee bridge. So I want to try and keep her off the sand now. What about the sea? The sea water could be good for us. Wee grits of sand wouldn't help. No, you go up in the grass. Up in the grass. There you go. You walk up there in the grass. Look at that, nice and soft. Grass nice and soft, doesn't it? Aye. I have to learn you these techniques and all. See, the leg's working okay there now. Like, even if I go home, I have no grass at my house. I've lost the football pitch, and the grass outside the football pitch is like a half a field outside the football pitch, and they've released it to a right farmer. He hasn't fenced it off or nothing, so during the year you can technically walk on it, but certain times of year, all he does is plant grass for silage. I noticed the tractor tyres up there before my holidays, a couple of days before my holidays. But I noticed then the grass starting to go yellow, and the tractor's tyres it flattened the grass was green. It's got a spread of wheat colour over the whole entire field. And that's the way she was walking. I've nowhere at home to take her. See that gravel there, not helping. So not to say if I rush home it's going to help her paw. If I was home I could wash the paw better, but she's not going to let me wash the paw. Actually, just slow down. Oh, a Caravan looking for a freebie spot. He's going to say, fuck that Caravan's got my space. Where's this Abbey now, don't I? I don't think it's up there, you know, but I can't. Might be there. I didn't realise that the Abbey was so close, you know. He was on this road, I can't see that. That's up over there, the wee lane. That was over there. The sun's blinding me. I'll take her around, so you can free range around the graveyard. I let her off the lead. So there's very few places with walls around it, but you can let a wee pub free range. Or over here, pet. Never realised it was so close. I always imagined it was further up. And then I was thinking, what is the wee Abbey? And I thought, we'll just do this wee circle, the tarmac won't be too bad in a paw. The wee Abbey's down here. I'll let you off here now, pet, but don't you run. So, Luna, you got a sore leg. Take your time, woman. They're working on this last year. The boy's van was there now, and I had a reverse in. It's very tight. And I caught the sill. Look at that curve with the corners higher than all the rest. I think the chip's still on it yet. The sill of my car hit that down corner and then bent in my sill a wee bit. You think there's other people hitting it? That looks pretty fresh. Cut cement there. I think there's more than my sill hitting that. A wee bit of curb gone. Look at that there. There's no gate. These golfers are just walking straight across. She's gonna look. Oh, it's not my fault they don't put a gate on it, like. Luna! Sheep! Let them on! We're going to go in here, pet. We sniff around. Don't know how you pronounce it. I was in here last year with wee Willow. I said the boys and all was in here working. Look at that grass. I should eat that grass. So we just let her wander around. I ain't going to walk in it, I'm just going to follow her. So this is that. Luna! No, but she has to go the other side. Look, what's wrong in there? Get on! Luna! In there! Does it get close, does it? No. You always want to go somewhere else. In here, pet. Come on. I don't want to close that now. Did you get counted, did you, pet? Did you put your tail up to get a wee count? Ah, that wee path nice and smooth now. Look, you can walk on that wee path and all. I know this gravel there. So it's just the usual way staying up. I was here with last year, a wee wallow last summer. Very hot. I was here, came early in the morning. I was up at was staying in the campsite. What do you call it? Ballycastle campsite. There was still fog up there, freezing. But last summer was that hot. They were spreading salt on the roads. The gritters were out putting salt on the roads to stop the roads from melting. And we came down here first thing in the morning, really early. But there's a pile of people working at it. And she still liked it, like. 1420. Dissolution of the monasteries is 1536. It's not Henry, wasn't it? King Henry. But you type it into Google, it tells you everything. Says me reading, like. That wee Headstone is one of the famous, why is it famous? Black Nun. One of the most famous inhabitants. Oh, that's the person, not the headstone, it's the person who's buried there. Famous inhabitants of Bonamargy, I don't know. In the 17th century, 1600s, she may have bumped into King William, was Julia McQuillan. So that's a name you could use today, isn't it? Known locally as the Black Nun. Dark Julia. It's Dark Julia. People don't give people names like that nowadays, do they? Was a recluse and prophetess. Most of her predictions telling of the coming of some of the startlings. It's not a word I see very often. Startlings. And see all these big words you're writing this. This boy's got O levels. Contemptuous event. It's like a written test. She is said to have died on the stairs. She's probably murdered. Black Nun. Gee, you'd be terrified of that. She is said to have died on the stairs in the East Range and apparently haunts them still. As a sign of humility. Even when I do know the words, trying to pronounce them. Humility. She requested to be buried at the west doorway, and her grave is believed to be marked by the unusual. I believe they don't even know if it's her. There's a lot of, I don't know, like, I don't know. If you went, what do you call that program? The boys used to take things in. There was 4 doors, and what were they? They were buyers. They would buy anything, like, and you could try and sell anything. And what was the province say? The province said, well, the word they want. You know, if you had somebody's hair and you could prove it was their hair, oh, big money they'd pay. They wouldn't pay big money for that. There's too many bits and pieces. You know, this woman's called the Black Nun. Everybody feared her, like, and you had to give her a prime spot and they give her a special stone. This Celtic cross stone which stands here today. And why is it unusual? See, Luna is enjoying terrorising the ghost in this graveyard. And I look, terrorising it. You're scared of people are scared of the ghost in there. With the Luna starts hurling at them. Luna! Tell you what, see if Luna hair stands up and she does start hurling, I'm getting out. How do you stop her walking, like? I'm going to have to limit it. But I want her to, see, that's all I want. That's all she needs. I don't mind staying here 2 hours if she can go around and sniff like that. She's going to get bored. And see, when you go slow, we might find some rare plant that we didn't see the last time. Once you go slow. Somebody threw the bottle in here. When I was young, I was never in graveyards. Like, maybe it's a thing that older people do. I just seem to find myself on them more often now. I'm no good at remembering names and stuff. I'm not the best at reading names, so there's no point in me. If I look at a headstone, I want to know the date. The grass is all cut and all here. I'm going to put my hood up. The sun's shining, but I'll put my hood up. Bit of draft coming down my back here. You can see the stones sitting out all around here. So there must have been another building or something. I don't know if it's an abbey, maybe there's cloisters or something here. But you see all the stones sitting out. You see things in the sun you don't normally see. All them stones are sitting in. Them stones have broke away. Feel the heat of that. They would have been level at one time, but just over the years, bits just chipping off. And that all wee stone in full stronger. So whatever that wall's warm to touch, yeah. That stone would have looked like that, but the water's good at it and she's perishing. Oh, the wee sill over the window, stop the rain, put it in the window, they put like a wee stone to stick out. So that could be the same all along there. It could just be the shed water. No, but you see these things here? Them stones there would have held a big wooden beam. It would have held a part of a roof. Wooden beam or more stones. A cloister walk. So that was the roof of the cloister, hung on to that. So I would say the beams of the cloister roof was in them stones, and them other stones at the top was a bit like lead flashing used today to go over the top to try and shed the water from down behind. But there's nothing on the ground. Probably the grazers dug it up. You'd have wee posting on the ground, they're not showing any images of what it might be, but for what cloisters normally are, you've got wee arches not, haven't you? But then that one's got a wee, maybe they were at it later, I don't know. They're always dabbling, weren't they, like? I've got the wee doorway, not like. And that is a wee doorway, because there's the bottom. So it's not to say the ground's got higher. That's the bottom there. You'd love to get up the wee stairs, wouldn't you? I never understand why you can get up some places and not up others. Usually when you come on here, it's always freezing cold, like, but you know what? It's still freezing cold. I've done a wee bit of tidying up, but it's still freezing cold. I must have been used to the cold in them days. Look at a wee stalagmite up there. That's a family tomb there of one of the leaders. So I think that's sort of the Friday the Earls type of generations, like ones after that would have disappeared. Hey, there's no padlock on it, Luna. I wouldn't open it anyway, but I wouldn't mind a wee peek in. You know what? I've got a wee torch here, Luna. I want to see if it's coffins or whether it's buried in the ground, that's all. Do you know what? The sun's blinding me. I'll probably get haunted now for doing this here, like it'll be a curse or something, like. I can't get my head close enough. I'm going to put on the wee spotlight here. You don't see much of the spotlight. Hey, look at that. Breeze blocks. That looks like breeze blocks there. But I'll tell you what, for what I can see there, it's very small. I was expecting small. I don't know. What was I expecting? Is that a golf ball in there? Somebody's threw a golf ball, so they're buried in the ground. From what I can see, they're buried in the ground. But see, that sun there blind me. Doesn't help. If you come here in the dark, you see better. But who wants to come in the dark with it? Their mothers have already been in there, but they need to put a wee padlock on it. Saying that the clouds up a bit high anyway. But that's the renovating the top bit. Oh, they're not. Renovation's the wrong word. That's what they're doing in the public. They're restoring it. Not restoring it. Preserving it. See, there's all these different words. Preserving's when you don't make it new. You use the original. So there's no new stones put in that. The original stones are falling apart and they've re-smeared them in and all using lime. You're just going to choke on me now, like. Have you got the curse? The black nun? Did you upset that black nun, did you? I'll tell you. A couple of years ago I came down here and that was all covered in wood. Repaired in 1927. Need to come back again. But I presume it was only covered in wood because of what work they're doing above. Make sure they wouldn't drop a hammer and chip a bit off. Sometimes this camera here is brilliant at picking up writing that I can't see. But the way the sun's shining now, the sun's shining sideways, and it's actually helping that writing stand out a wee bit. Don't know. That's like an E there. Is that an IE? IE wouldn't be a letter, would it? I don't. I might think it's an L, but there's no L there. IEIRELY. Anybody know what that is? No, let's continue on. ETH. It seems every stroke's ITHE. That's the wee dot there in the middle. Something the. I'm no good. Can't even speak normal. See, the thing is, that won't be our English. English a couple of 100 years ago was different English from what we speak now. So even if I didn't know what it was, I wouldn't understand it. Stir, STERR. So that'd be like that's like a line put over repairing it, you know. TIR, stir. I'm only making it up. Some letters are plain, the end's plain. You think it might be an R, but you just touch it, it's flaking. I don't touch it. See, that's been fixed up in 1927. To me, that's cement. That's not stone, that's cement. That's about to be touched up. Different colour from the stone. So they must have put a wee bit of cement and sort of redone that lettering again. That there's the stone there. See, XND. XND. Look at the way done the wee X. It's like a wee sundial, a wee egg timer. And then you get the local graffiti artist. That local graffiti artist is probably buried now. Repaired in 1927. You think the boy when he put his name, the boy repaired it. It's just nice. The originally it was all been plastered. You wouldn't have seen. You see all the alterations over the years. I don't like walking over graves, but I'm not thinking about that. But probably, but no, if you don't go down there now, you wouldn't find bodies. I don't know, long gone. That's very clear right in there. 1800. Here lieth the body of Archibald Brown. That sounds like something like a drama on TV. Archibald Brown of Brockmore, but they haven't put no on it. It's two different words. Brockmore, aged 63 years. Also his son William, who departed this. That's more likely life. It is our life. May. Can't really read the date, but the top one's not giving a date. The two died at the same time, I wonder. Here lieth the body of Archibald Brown of Brockmore, aged 63, also his son William, who departed this life May then 1800. I wonder, for two people to depart in 1800 together, is there an actual date on that? May. Can't read that date. Oh, May the. Is that a the? May the 7th. The wee th is small. May the 7th. So I wonder whether it could be a house fire or something. Well, the two people in the one place die together. My father and son die together. Unless they were murdered or something like that. I see the way they done this 17th. They put the wee th high up. Probably the same boy carving these stones. $1800s. See, that wee stone there is prominent, isn't it? Would you give that to like a black nun? Somebody you feared, somebody who was off the head. Like, see, people believed all that back then. She probably knew I'd be standing here now. She would have predicted that. I wonder if she like the lunatic on the list. But the thing is, somebody got a wee special thing and buried there, and they mightn't even be the right person think, it might even be black done, but nobody knows who really is there. Would you want to be everybody looking at the grave, but not knowing who you are, thinking of somebody else? That doesn't make any odds. And I'm still preserving that wee bit over there. Them boys at that there now, a year more like. It goes to show you the amount of money it costs. What does it cost a man a day like? Them boys have got skills. That's not the training boys there like. I wonder did they pay them by the day or did they pay them for the contract? Probably pay them for the contract. Maybe he's away doing other wee jobs and all. Coming back and forth. Because when they put that out lime on, lime mortar, it takes a long time to harden. That's what all the plastic bags is. So there'll probably nobody coming on site now for the next 6 months. The lime mortar come down now and again, just check the wee bags are still in place. We're doing another wee job somewhere else. But it's good for your CV. When somebody asks, you know, what's the last job you done? Oh, I've done a list of building. It'll definitely help the CV, like. I'm ready to go now, but I'm not going to go. I'm going to let her stay in here. Nice soft grass. That's good for a paw. She might even be able to eat some of it. (1872). Even 19 years old, even when you have money, you still died. Mitchell, who died on 19th of February 1872, aged 19 years. They all had a hard childhood, didn't they? Even a big posh house, they were stuck up in the attics, weren't they? It wasn't until they got about 19 or so and 21 they got touring the world that things got good for them. (1872), 1877, 1888. 5 years. So when you look at it, 1872, the boy was 19. 1877, the boy was 29. 5 years later. So the 19-year-old, he would have had an older brother. 20, I'm trying to do sums now. 24. There's a round tin shed. I wonder, have they got pheasants or something in there? What would be in that tin shed? It's not in the golf club. It's not in the graveyard. But they're hardly shooting pheasants, would they? In the golf club. What would a golf club need of that wee round shed? I've never seen a round shed like that, but because of the chicken around the top, I'm sort of thinking, would there be wee birds or something in that? Water tank. That's a water tank. They're pumping water out of the ground to water the golf clubs. They don't pay water rates. That's what that is, eh? I see something new like every day. I'll probably fall down the hole of a grave like. I don't want Luna getting out. But you see other people walking here. Everybody else is interested in this water thing. Luna, stay there a wee minute. Come on, I want you to stay there. She'll panic if I go and leave her. Come on, run over here and you can stay there and watch. Right, stay there. No, stay means don't come. Right, stay there. Oh, you look a pretty girl. You see the thing about wee Luna? She looks so innocent, no. And you think, oh, come on ahead. And the next thing is she's away like a terror, like. There you are, that's how you get your water. So that's a wee sample hole there to get down on. No, that's to unblock it. That big more. Big water tank here. Luna, come on this way. Ah, the golfers were firing balls at. As well as go. Luna, come on. Golfers over there. Come on. See, I could have quietly had a look at that, but oh no. No, the lunatics here. No, come on this way. I don't actually see a door. If we do the other side, I can go back again. But they got a nice silage spreader. Hook her on there, but I don't see no tire tracks. So maybe they got some other wee machine. But that big pipe's the type of pipe you use on a silage spreader. A slurry spreader. Silage slurry spreader. And we're down here now, Pet. Investigate this corner here. But we went and got a Moller's Headstone. You have a wee catalogue on things and wee pictures, and you go through the internet to see, compare what one you want. I must have had a wee pattern book back then. Maybe, you know, the shape of the headstone, the wee designs, and but a wee bit of that there and all. How much does that cost? Oh, that's going to be extra. That's going to be extra there. Oh, that's always extra. You just think, but the one thing I just dawned on me there now. See the boy who actually make the headstones? You think they would have the grandest one because they can do the cost price. But then people who make Rolls Royces don't own Rolls Royces. They just make them. They can't afford to own them themselves. So maybe the boy who made the headstones. Luna! She's getting too excited. There's a hole in the wall there too. Oh, she'll find a way out anyway. Maybe they end up just using a wee headstone made for somebody else got a chip on it. Oh, you're looking for a Becky in there, way? That grass is blowing up. That grass is going to get hay fever. I'm down to all the wee bits and pieces now. You think then golf club would patch that wee wall up there, wouldn't you? There's more visitors. Ah, rush hour now. Rush hour. Ah, don't you dare. Don't you even think of it. She's going to grab them too. I find out about Luna. See if you walk down. Oh, look, there's a golf ball there. Damn, boy, they're chucking golf balls on here. Oh, no. Luna! Where are you at? She's they're climbing up the wall now to get rescued. Luna, look what I found, Pet. Look what I found, Luna. Golf ball. Ah, them boys have lost it now. See, you're standing here, you get hit with a golf ball. What have you done with it? Luna's very good at recycling, you know. Oh, look, I climbed top the roof. God, I never thought I could do that. I'd like to go on top of the roof. And they go on, go up on top of that roof. Now you'll probably see Luna coming up too. Didn't even think about climbing up there. You shouldn't really be doing it like where the stone's down, like, but they've done it before. They're up there for wee snog now. That's probably wee local ones. God knows, we're using condoms and all. You don't know what's. I don't go. You don't know what's going to happen up there. You how to get up anyway. She looked lovely in the grass cut, didn't she? Ah, she looks lovely. Ah, every time I die and all this, and 100 years later, I wouldn't mind if a wee puppy's running my grave, playing my wee golf ball, having a bit of fun. Like a wee bit of fun, don't you, Pet? That ground's nice and soft. I come down here tomorrow morning, take a wee walk up there. She can play him here again. Bring the golf ball with. That golf ball's not looking very over, does it? That might be today's golf ball. This stone's a bit unusual. I have to watch she doesn't lose that golf ball, because although I find these things, I still don't want her to lose it. But why is it when I give her one of my own balls, she does lose it? Look at that there, look at her. You like a golf ball? Do you like the golf ball? Look at your face. Does Luna like the golf ball? Hey, do you want me to throw it for you? Do you want me to throw the golf ball for you? Look at the shape of your face. Look at the shape of your face. Hey. Oh. Hello. Look at that, Isn't that like a wee rabbit running quickly, isn't it? Hey. Man, am I going to get a go now? Am I going to get a go again? Hey. Luna doesn't share. Oh, look at this wee Headstone. Now, see, as soon as I go to go, look, guys, she goes to play again. Oh, no barking. No barking. Come on, you have to be a nice girl. Come on, drop the wee ball now and have another go. Drop the ball. Let it do it. Hey, then. Come on, don't you be barking. Come on, give me the ball. Hey, don't you lose that now. I'm going to look at this one over here. Why they got a wee white bit put in there? Has that been added in there, has it? They've cut that out and put that wee white bit on. That must have been a fashion there. Still can't read it, but if it was cleaned up, if you come down and got that out dirt off it, you would be read it. We'll walk around the long way again, Pep. We'll walk around the long way. We'll go up to the enemy grave. I'm bringing you a wee ball with you. We'll go up that way. Oh, look at that there bottle too. Look, there's a bottle down here. They're up now, but they're going to die. They're going to die. There's a black nun around this place, and they're climbing up there. Is something you see? Oh, where's your ball, Luna? Oh, you got it again. Come on, a wee bottle. Look at that. Look at the fun you're having in a graveyard. Aye. This is a brilliant place for household Paul. I'll put my hood up again, Luna. It's getting cold standing here. So I have to get the tap off. Waller was the same. Wee Shadow, he liked the crunch noise of the bottle, and he was happy enough crunching the bottle. She just wants to chew the bottle, not crunch it. But I'm going to take it off and throw it and see what happens. Oh, wee thief! Come on. We'll do the double toy. Wee golf ball. Oh, don't catch it, Pet! You'll lose your teeth. That's the thing about golf balls, are hard. That's a good. Now where's the golf ball now? I must ask them boys to start losing yellow golf balls, it'd be easy to see. Look at that. I had to throw far enough that she doesn't catch it. Isn't that fun? Chew the bottle, keep away from the top. It goes back to the top again. You see that? She likes the top. She's getting distracted now. She's got a wee ball again. If I'd been a tennis ball, she wouldn't have picked that up. I think it's the size. Maybe I should just get her a smaller ball. Smaller squeaky ball. See, you get the bigger balls so they can't destroy them. But that fits her mouth nicely there. How they change the bat, do they? Oh. I'm going to hold on to this. While we walk around here now, I'm keeping this in my pocket. I want you to play with the bottle. There's no tap on now, it's a bit safer. I'm going to start heading off for a walk now. I'm going to start heading off for a walk now. It's too cold in here, Luna. We'll go over to the sunshine. Over to the sunshine. I'm going to go around the other side there to the right. Them all the young ones around there. Don't think I'm stalking them. Oh, so change of plans. Change of plans. Come on. Go to the sunshine. You stay in the shade, I'll stay in the sun pit. I need my vitamin D. I need a bit of heat. I'm sure it's too warm in the caravan. I love being too warm in the caravan because I know the cold's coming later. Oh, you need bottle? Where's your bottle, pet? Oh, Luna! Oh, it's getting well crushed now, isn't it? That's a different one. What's that up there? Is that the one we were playing with? That's a different one. How many bottles is in this graveyard? That's why they're looking there, that one. It's still got the top on it. Man, I like the clean ones. She's at the top again. Luna! Come on, beastie. What the leaves out there? Hold on. She's got a sort of paw like. I'm sure she's not leaving off with just the front feet. The back feet must be doing a bit of pushing too. I'm getting the sunshine now. You were just thinking, but if I climb up there now, then all the young ones go away, and I found out myself, nobody's going to know I'm in here. I can lie down that hole. See my way to the golf rink to get the free balls. I want to say, oh, look at that wee thing, must be lost one. You and me will get something to eat. See about away with them. I'll be left to freeze to death here on my own. Come back tomorrow morning, I'm going to climb up that. I'll tell you what, but it's not as easy as they made it look. Getting up, sorry, it's getting down might be a problem. In fact, I think if I climbed up, you think you go up that way, but I think not, this way. That's more big steps. You can see a way up there, that's how you get up. Are we going to go now, pet, that way? No, we're going to go on now, we pet. Yeah. Come on then, that's way, pet. Come on. I'm going on, we pet. Well, I think about plastic bottles. So she leaves that there now and we come back to one more. It's still there. See if you left a tennis ball there. That'll be gone. That'll be gone. It seems, I never really looked over here because I always long grass, but there seems to be more big stones around this side. Bigger stones close together, like. Can't see nothing in the sun no more. 1874, 27 October. We cross put on separate at the top of the white stone. Ah, they paid extra for that. That one there had a white stone in it, and the white stones fell out. They didn't have instant nails back in them days. So how did they get the white stone to stay in? They would have carved out that stone and put the white stone inside. That's quite hollow there. And I tapped that. You know when you got an right tire but they come off the wall? That's why she's cracking. So that one was put in the same. Whatever kind of glue. Oh, that's probably horsehair and something else like shite. They always put shite in everything, didn't they? Oh, I always need a bit of ammo done, maybe human pee to make the glue. whoever discovered what to do with human pee and stuff. I actually wonder what they're doing in the kitchens back in them days. I said that there's now graves if it mentioned houses. That's an older one. Her son died in 1877. When did she die? To their memory. You're not taking no bones home, anyway. You're not taking no bones home. Aye, 2 stone in the ice. What's she after in there? What's in there, pet? $18.70. When they died in 1870, there wasn't much difference. I suppose you had the Industrial Revolution, so there wouldn't be much difference between 1870 and 1770. Not like you get in 1970 where everything changed. Yeah, they were still using swords and all back then. But the fact that it's cast iron fence on, you had the Industrial Revolution. Pollution. $19.20. The oldest date on there. I'm trying to work out how long them rooms have lasted. 1890 something. So you can sort of say them rooms was put up in 1890 something maybe. Over 100 years old, them rooms. They got their money's worth for them, didn't they? You couldn't take them back and say they failed. Look at that wee headstone there. See, that's I never understand there. Wee tiny headstone. Didn't matter how poor you were. If you buried somebody, you could just grab any wee stone on a field. Grab a stone off a wall and stick it in, just to mark the spot. And maybe they had more wee stones over the years and people just chucked them out again. Like there's stones lying at random. But like when I buried my first wee pussycat, I marked the spot with a stone. I didn't put like a headstone. I didn't want anyone else coming and vandalising it. I think, oh, there's a cat, let's dig it up. But you looked, there was a wee tree there and you knew where roughly the grave was. Don't know where it is now because it's all dug up by JCBs to put a big building there. 1843. But see, there's no graves here as old as that monastery. So it means in 1843 there was people there buried already who were dug up. That's probably why the church is so wealthy. Selling the land several times. Well, they do that in London too, churches in London. People would pay to get buried in the crypt. And some clergyman at the time was getting the bodies and chucking them in the Thames. And then reselling the place. 1966 there, 78 years old. So that must be an old family grave, and then they put a new tablet on top of it for the second generation. How do you know has that just been a bit tight, didn't want to buy a grave? I have a wee bit of land there. A great granddad left us a wee bit of land. Can't build a house on it, but we can get buried in it. Age 78. Maybe she never married or nothing. But then somebody paid for that tablet to go on. Yeah, look at that wee stone there. Didn't have to have markings or nothing on it. That wee stone stand up as well as any of the big ones. You see, if I was a third person getting buried there, I'd want my stone to match that. But maybe the family started off, they print their money and it's getting down, they're getting a wee bit skimp. What was I heard in the radio today? It shocked me. Shocked me in the video today. They didn't catch, nobody else picked it up on it. What was it? I'll tell you what it was. It's all about the ambulance service in Northern Ireland. A woman had to get rushed into the hospital. She was unwell. She asked her son, but her son had to go to work. He had an important job. Didn't say what the important job was, but the son had to go to work and went to work. So she ended up to phone 999, and they couldn't send her an ambulance. But the son had to go to work. Makes you think, doesn't it? Like, you raise something like that. What job is so important? Like, if you were doing a cancer operation, say you work in a hospital and your mother took ill, would you do the cancer operation and leave your mother not knowing what's wrong with it, or would you take your mother in and delay the cancer operation? They will be done. That's pretty clear, that headstone there, isn't it? Whatever kind of stone it's made from. But who's in what space here? So that'll be over here, but they got the graves mixed up a bit. 1914, 1913, died in the Great War. Hold on, this might be my grave here. These ones never came back. By the people of Ballycastle, to the memory of William something Stoker. So that's ones who haven't had a grave. So as well as a war memorial, they actually put a wee marker in here. First World War. So this is probably put here before the Dead of War memorial, maybe. Who gave their lives in defence of the Empire in the Great War 1914 to 1918. These are all the war graves here. Most of these sailors and all. These bodies are washed up. I'll put them on a loaded video. I think there's a Second World War grave over there. There's a couple over there, you see. So I think all them ones there mostly shipwrecks and stuff. Let me see, I see one over here by itself. Then more likely to be aircraft or something like that. No, he was a stoker too. Stoker, first class, HMS Raccoon. So there's ones over there, HMS Raccoon. 1918, age 24. So there's probably just no room over there. They probably started off, they wanted to see, although he died in the same shipwreck, maybe they found the body a lot later. They could have found the body 2 years later, you don't know. Aircraftsman, 2nd CL, J.M. MacDonald, Royal Air Force, 21st of January 1942, age 18, 1563285, his number. Drowned at sea, sadly missed by all. His plane went down in the sea. So he must have actually drowned. He was alive and hit the sea. Because they would have done a wee autopsy back then, even then, wouldn't they? Probably the water in his lungs. J.R. Towns, I don't know. Shind, I don't know. Royal Canadian Artillery, 30th of April, 1941, age 38. Beloved husband of looks A-M-A-R-M-A-B, Marble, Critch. And dear father of, and then it's all down into the grass. He was 38. Worcester, that's like a sauce, doesn't it? Worcester Regiment, 6th of October 1942. No inscription below him. They have his number and his name, but no inscription. I think it was the families who would say what they wanted in this inscription, wouldn't they? Where's Luna? Now this is probably collecting more golf balls. Talking of golf balls, what did I do with the golf ball? I found her. She's lost it. I lost it in my pocket. We'll use that tomorrow. There's a wee steel pole up there. Look, there's no gates on here. Luna, I'm on this way. What was a wee steel pole for there? A wee chain on it. On the wall. That's cast iron too, so that's probably older than it looks. That wee hooking on the top's done by a wee blacksmith. Whatever the reason that was. That's a bolt, it's not a rivet, it's a bolt. It's on there. So it mightn't, it's wrought iron like, but see how that chain is wore into the pole too, with wind blowing it. I think we're going out now, the sun's setting. I'll tell you what, this is the best place I can even bring her. I might spend the rest of my holidays up here and come to this graveyard every day. In fact, where is she now? Oh, there she is. I'm not one for playing in graveyards, but that's lovely and soft for her paw. I'll walk back now by the golf club. And I like wee bits of metalwork sitting out. They all had a wee job to do in the day, like. That was the house, something there. Christmas wreath. I haven't been back since 2005. You're better off not putting a Christmas wreath on. Like, what year was that Christmas wreath? It might have been this year's. There's a wee step, that's the way out there now. We'll go the long way. We'll go the long way. Some nice cut grass. Quite a big hollow there, isn't it? That could have been a mass grave there, you know. The fact there's a hollow. I wonder would there been any family ones buried there. That all stone top. Luna! Fuck's sake. Luna! Not Luna. Oh, Luna! That's not her. Oh, Pet, come on. I thought that was you, Pet. I thought, I don't think over there, Pet. I thought it was you. No, it's not me, Garrett. Come on, I have apology. Come on, wee biscuit. I thought, it wouldn't surprise me because I've seen you doing it before. Paul Daniels, 1 minute he's here, next minute he's on the other side of the mountain. My nephew rang me one day. I had her outside my house, washing the car, teaching her how to free range outside the house. Luna! And the nephew rang me, he lived across the street. I says, where's Luna? Oh, she's out beside me here. He says, are you sure? There's a black dog, looks wild like Luna, away down at the back of the field. I shout Luna, no sign of Luna. She's scraping. That's what she had ran like. She was right beside me and gone down behind a field. And you had to cross a big fence, a stream, and now the field's empty. So now we're going to build houses on it and never got built. And the stream and then the barbed wire fence of the field. Must have been after a bird. And I was shouting at her, and next minute she appears behind me. I couldn't see her in the field. Oh, it's way behind the hole. Next minute she appears behind me. That couldn't be her. Tummy soaking wet, going through the stream. It was her. You know, so I look at her there, I hear a dog barking over there. It wouldn't surprise me if she got there in 2 seconds. It's not as she gets there in 2 seconds, but if I spend a minute looking at something, it appears like 2 seconds before you know she's over there. Now make sure hold your tail up and get counted with this wee counter, Pet. You're not getting counted. Look, I closed that gate there, them young ones left it open again. Because you might get puppies like Luna jumping in here, you know. There's no sign saying close the gate, but see with coronavirus I don't like to do it completely tight. But pedestrians can go up that way anyway. Come on this way now, honey. Now stay you walking on the grass. Stay off the tarmac as much as you can. That was a good wee walk, Luna. Got you out then, honey. So go back now and we'll get the chips off. And then we'll watch a wee movie or something. And then maybe a wee 5-minute, 10-minute stroll tonight. In case you do a wee pee. Look at the wee shed in there, look. You hardly see that wee shed. That's a big shed. That's a big farmer's shed there. For the golfers. And that's the roof of it here. The hole 3 is called the Abbey. Wonder how I got that name. There's a hole over there renamed Terror. Whatever dog's over there, terrorising them. I'm just glad it's not my Luna. No, but I can walk through a shopping centre, she wouldn't bark at anybody. See if you're out in a blank space and there's one person there. She likes to bark at them for some reason. She barked at them Muslim people yesterday. Now, I don't know the Muslim. They look like Muslims to me. Wearing that kind of stuff, but she had them running. She had the wee bridge. They were running for their lives. I'm going around here now and we'll cut through this golf ground. We'll watch look at the beach on the way past. I'm going out tomorrow to Ballycastle course, so you can wander around the two of the trees side. I just let her off a late. I won't actually. I'll do this walking way and let her wander. We'll walk down to the wee Irish bridge. Just let her go to her own speed rather than actually aim to get anywhere. And then we go down then to Christian Dunn. A nice wee grass area on near the beach. There's a little house in there. I wander around that. Cold one, isn't it? There's no heat at sun now, it's just blindness. Just blindness, no heat. I'm planting new shrubs here. Going to see a thing, pet. How do the golfers play in the sun so low? Oh. And them golfers, but they're out in snow and everything. They all have big cushy homes, you see. They need something, a wee bit of misery. And they're only getting this as a golf. And let's see this wee sign now. Let's see if we can interpret this. Marconi radio signals to Rathfarnana. First radio signals in the world from Ballycastle to Rathfarnana. So that's the wee Marconi Tower there. The church, well, everywhere's got a church. I don't know, are they famous for any church here? The mine in there, the wee mine shaft. Oh, there's a wee bottle kiln, a wee glass kiln there. So that's unique there. There's a wee glass one there. Flint, Arrowhead, that's pretty bad. Like right when I first came here. You got to see the wee fishies and the seals. Anything different on this side? No, that side's just left. Look on any mist. The very top of the sign has got the arch. You see the middle stone? So the full arch is not there, but Ballycastle's full of wee arch doorways. And that's how they're on the top of the sign. It's actually done on a wee arch. Actually, you must stop, man. a bit like many years ago you used to get, you had to spot so many things, spot the difference. You could always get 9 out of 10, you get 8 out of 10 very quickly, 9. The 10th one was always hard. That's the wee 10th one there, hiding that out. It's right in front of you, but you don't always see it. Just the others done that deliberately, so people like me have to stop and stand and look at it. Nobody else, we're all flying down in cars, you know, nobody's looking at it. Oh, cold, Luna. Cold. I look at you, love it. I would play golf if I could ride one of these buggies. I would pay for golf if I could drive them buggies and not play the game. You know, they just tear around one of them. But lovely going through forest parks and stuff on one of them. Caravan 1.5, Ballycastle 2, haven't heard tell that. Cushendon 11, Cushendall 15. A lot of walking on Cushendall, far more than people realise. 90% of folk driving through there just want to get drive through. But if you get stopped, lots of walking on it. You can spend a day walking there. You have the cottage garden, you have the riverside walk, and you got the beach walk. I got through the golf club now. Nothing on there, lad. The wee path runs the side of the beach. See, I think that a smooth tarmac and all okay to walk on too. So not nothing here. Maybe we should start doing town centres, Luna. Somewhere like Austell would be good for her, but the wrong end of the country. Next to us is Bonamargy, next town. Somewhere we can go where we can ride camp. Ride camp in Bonamargy. Belfast, plenty of business in Belfast to ride camp. Bangor. But, we're not going to get the Bangor, not the speed we're going at. Thursday tomorrow, we're not going to make it. Look at that wee puppy, Luna. Right there. That's a wee bit grey too. That wee airlines there, what's that? Use compressed air on golf equipment only. Hey, you blow your stuff down there, boys. Hey, never blow into the skin. Gee, them golfers have it all, don't they? Pretty sorry, if you pick up rugby, like, you get clobbered and banged and kicked and showed the muck and everything. You do cricket, you get your nice whites and all. You never have to play cricket in the rain. Them boys get a cushy as well. These golf boys, I tell you, wee trolleys and buggies to drive. They make the most of it. And now wee air guns to clean your equipment down. They don't need water because it never gets. See, look at these stones now. I don't know, innit? Maybe that's not such a good idea going down here. But see the thing about golf, it's supposed to be an expensive sport. Don't know if it is or not. You can pay a lot of money for golf clubs, pay a lot of money for your balls, pay a lot of money for membership and so on, and you tour around. Your whole holiday revolves around golf. Now if somebody's retired, they get good value, they can go every day. But you see, if you had a wee lost and found bucket at the front door, so boys like me who find golf balls could put it in. Doesn't matter how wealthy the people are who do this game, they would take the ball. They would, you know, it wasn't theirs. even though they could all the money they spend, if they had a chance at a free golf ball, they'd take it. Let on it was there. I say they would, you know. How's that? A lot of these people can be tight. They don't get the big cars and stuff by being generous. Well, if you get a working class man with no money, sitting drinking and smoking, they'd offer a fag to the other boy beside him. The bands who have no money. Share a lighter among each other. Hi there. Hold on a minute. You walk on the grass now, didn't I? Now look, I got up in the grass, that's a guy. I'll be using the wee paws. I don't want down to the beach now. I want the beach earlier on, she wanted up here. Now I'm up here, she wants down to the beach. I take it down White Markers there is the boundary of the golf club, so strictly speaking we're in their land here. So if a golf ball hits you, they say you can't sue. They could put a net up like. Suppose the storms will blow it down. It's nice in the caravan now, but it's hard to explain Ballycastle. Now, it's only that one spot. The other long laybys are out as well, if you're pointing the other way, but the road's narrow, it's hard to turn. Right for a motorhome. But when I'm in the caravan, you don't know it's 5 degrees outside. I had no heater on today, and that caravan's roasting because the sun is so low, shining on the windows. I'll put on the chips now, and there'll be even more heat in the caravan now. Now tomorrow morning it'll be freezing. Caravan never really falls below 10 degrees, but that's what you're expecting in the morning, the 10 degrees when you go to your bed. I think when it falls below that, I wake it up and put the heater on for 10 minutes or so, put a wee boost in. But when I kept the temperature thing out, even when there was snow outside, the base to the east, the caravan didn't drop below 10 inside, and I turned the heater off at night. But I think here you got the wind blowing, you have a wee bit of heat loss with the wind blowing, but that also stops damp, so you don't mind. Why don't you walk on the grass, honey? So I'll take a wee walk tonight again along this grass bank in here. But Luna's had 5 hours walking, and I walked 4 or 5 hours walking, and look, by the off now, she should be turned down now. Oh, my hand's getting cold one till. There's 2 horses. 2 horses, 3 horses. Can I see it in the sun? 3 horses. Back up again. Can't go around now, it's too narrow, too many dogs. Tide's in, that's why they're going back up. Bad horses, I don't know, but Ballycastle beach is a bit small for horses. It's all stony and all. More dogs now. I suppose everybody's finished their work now. They're all out with wee dogs. That's why there aren't any dogs all day. There's one there photographing stones. See, I'm not the only one interested in stones. That's what I like about white camping now. I'm just staying here another night now. I didn't decide. I looked at the clock. It's gone at 6 o'clock. It's worth a while moving like. Don't like rushing like. But our walk was that long this morning. Now we just take it easy. I'm look at that beautiful evening, look at the view. I said Ballycastle Forest would be empty now if I was in two of the trees. But it's hard to remember. I'm not even on my summer holidays. Like, start of the week, you get mixed up. It's so nice weather. I think I timed it well this year, getting my holidays when the time changed, so I'll do that every year. The longer days. Caravan down there now. Tells me, like, if you look where this GoPro's not very shut up, you see it, I get closer. I am not far in the view of that caravan. He can see over the roof of my car. Well, if a caravan, if we were swamped all the way around, I wouldn't see past this caravan. It's a bit like when you go to a theatre. You let the wee wains go in front of you, because if an animal's in front of the wain, they can't see. It's all the way around, doesn't matter. Can you say hello to that wee one, Lena? Can you say hello to that wee one? How you doing? Oh, you bump on. You bump? You heard a wee paw. You wee cutting that paw. So I had to keep on the lead now. He wants to run. But she's not fucking dog in there, look. She'd love to be out there chasing that. Sure. That wee one on the green there. Nice wee one too. It's nice wee fluffy coat on it. See, that's something I would never do there. The boys pay big money for golf. The same with cricket. I would never want my dog going on a pitch like that where one spent money and where they can damage it. Can't do other places. You don't have to. If you run on accidentally, that's different. But when he throws a ball, the dog runs out and stops, and the claws tear up the grass. Especially if it's wet. That's going to be lovely in the caravan tonight. The wee bit quiet last night. I love the wind blowing like this. Oh. Nice and warm and all. Oh, and if I get cold, cuddle into Luna. What happens a lot of times these big camper vans, they put a screen around the one at night time to keep the heat down, and then they don't see it. They don't even wonder they have to see view, they don't see items. My wee caravan now, I can even see behind that camper. I can see the road behind me. I have windows all around the caravan. And I look out my door. I would say that camper van is just about fitting in there too, the way the corner goes round. Luna, it is freezing. Freezing, Luna, freezing. My hand is going numb. I'm going to have to wait 5 minutes before I put the kettle on. My fingers aren't going to work. I'm looking to get the keys in the door. Wait see, just for curiosity, wait see how much space is here now. The camper van's a lot shorter than me. It's got plenty of space, but the same space as myself, like. We've got off the road. I think I worry too about cars. You get some car drivers that go reverse out. I might reverse in the city. Oh, I can't wait to get on. It's lovely when a wee puppy's glad to get home, man. There's your wee holly home on up there. Caravan is always a happy place. Wee happy place, Caravan. Oh, oh, Luna. Pants freezing. That's a girl. Well, wait about 20 minutes or so, and then we'll put the maybe put the chips on now, you know, because it's going to take them 20 minutes. Don't like the feed her straight away. She needs to lie down and relax, don't you, honey? So that's our review now for the night. Wee bit of condensation that happens every year after the winter. Whenever you get the sun, there's a wee bit of humidity inside the glass. I have the wee holes uncovered now. It'll take a few weeks to completely clear. Bear's shitting that wonder there, but I had my blind. I came last night, I put the blind down. I put water in my wee washer so I could wash it, but I'm not looking out of it now, am I? But as is now, we'll see the wee lighthouse is starting to come on. That sun goes down now over that hill with a good view of Ballycastle. You know what? I'll get the chips on now, Pep, because it's going to get dark pretty quick. Now what I usually do now as well, I put the chips on, I put on a kettle of water to wash the dishes. I don't use it right away, but you want to get a lot of heat in the Caravan to begin with. And then it'll be a wee bit of humidity off the chips. Then put the heater on after that, and everything gets dried out. I've got a wee routine. And the wee solar panel charging up these battery packs. I never brought no chargers with me.
Battery 80%.
So that was 50%. I put that in before my wee walk. So that's the one. See the Bose speakers? Best Bose speaker. I have different Bose speakers. Like that is the one you need there. Charges up with the dimmest of light. Oh, that's us now. We'll get the chips on.